Today's my last day in the parks. Usually I'd be feeling a little sad, a little depressed to go. Today, I'm feeling a little relieved. I don't know. I'm kind of ready. I'm kind of ready to get out of here and do something else. But I'm gonna see what I can do on this last day, what I can get on. It's a weekday, so there might not be as many people as there were over the weekend for the races. So there might not be too long of waits. But truth is, nothing was really that long. I mean, aside from Crush's coaster, nothing really got past an hour. Not that I would wait an hour for any of those things, but you don't see like the 120-minute waits like you would back at home. So we'll see. I stopped by the Italy booth and I got the tiramisu and an espresso. They did have alcoholic drinks, but I don't know, I wanted to have something kind of breakfasty first. It's espresso, it's good, it's whatever. Let's try this tiramisu. It's sweeter than I thought it was gonna be. Tiramisu isn't necessarily that sweet usually. It's not bad, but it's just a lot sweeter than I expected it to be. I just got off of Crush's coaster and again, I saw lots of little kids walking off of there in tears or just like silent. And when I say little kids, I mean like maybe 6 and below. They were definitely tall enough to ride, but you could tell that they were still young kids. And yeah, it's a fun ride, but I can see why it can be a little bit, there's a lot of jerky movements, especially at the beginning when you get pulled onto the track, and then at the end when you get stopped to get off of the ride. It kind of jerks you around. That might be part of it, but also it's dark in there. It's dark. And you're supposed to be like on the EAC, which is pretty cool, but I can see why it can be a bit scary for little kids. So if you've got little kids, think twice about Crush's coaster. Maybe ride the Aladdin Magic Carpet ride. From the Greece booth, I got pastries, which is just like, looks like 2 different kinds of baklava, and I don't know what this little dog is, and beer. I know I had said it was too early, but you gotta start sometime. It's called Mythos beer, and it's just a light beer. I figured if I get it done earlier in the day, it won't make traveling that difficult later on. That's really hard. I think that one's pistachio. They're all cold, hard, and sweet. Which isn't, I don't think that's really how they're supposed to be, right? Not that they're supposed to be super soft or anything. And yes, they usually are very sweet. But I think it's like, you know when sugar caramelizes and then it gets hard? That's what it kind of tastes like. Just like the hard part. And really sweet. I'm gonna eat the whole thing. So does it really matter? If I'm gonna eat the whole thing anyway, does it really matter? Next up was the Région de Savoie with white wine, because they only had white wine and red wine. Yay me. And potatoes with cheese and ham and it just looks so delicious, and I'm excited to eat something savory after having 2 sweet things. Oh hey, that one's not too bad. Hey, I don't hate that. I don't dislike that at all. Interesting. Let's try these potatoes. That's delicious. As you're walking into like the whole French ratatouille area, this is one of the first booths on the left. And you can smell this wafting as you're walking in. And it just smells so delicious. And while you're standing in line, you watch everybody else have their little plate of delicious potato, cheesy goodness. And you smell it as they walk off with it. It's really, really good. This is excellent. I would definitely have this again. And I'm very surprised that I don't hate this one. Yeah. Okay. That might be the secret formula. I have to look at the name again, because I don't remember what it was called. But that's actually not bad. If someone offered it to me, I wouldn't like put a stink face. I wouldn't buy it again, but I definitely would drink it and not feel like immediately regretting that decision. Last thing I got was an amber beer from the Bistro de l'été, and they had no food, just beer, just drinks. But luckily I saved some of my snacks from my Run Disney snack box. So I'm gonna have these apples and apricot dried things to go with my beer. So let's see. That's malty. It's noon. It's too early to be crying, kid. That's not bad. It's pretty good.
Not many cities will give you a permit for a tidal wave or an alien invasion. So today, many filmmakers still use the controlled environment of a studio backlot, like the set you see here from the dinosaur production Dinotopia.
Fun fact, if you ran either the 10K or the half this weekend, you saw 80% of the studio tram tour. You know what, I would even say you saw 90% of the studio tram tour. So it's up to you whether you want to stand in line for 25, 30, 35 minutes to get on it. It's not bad, it's a nice break from standing. But you can get a nice break from standing anywhere else. What's she doing? I mean, I know she's doing a hat dance, but what's she doing on top of like this big fireplace in this Hollywood Tower Hotel courtyard area? I've got about an hour and a half to kill before my fast pass for Tower of Terror, and truth be said, truth be told, I would rather kill time at Disneyland than at Walt Disney Studios, because at least in Disneyland you have shops to go through, whereas over here there's really not that many shops. I mean, even if you're like me, you just want to waste time and not even buy anything, there's not that many shops. I wish the railroad was working. Fun fact, there's no flags on this side, but there are flags on the left side. So And the flags that are here are either missing stars or missing stripes, because if they were real flags, they would have to be kept according to regulations. There's no Dapper Dans I've seen hanging around, but there's a Dapper Dan's haircuts where you can come and get your haircut, and they do it like Main Street back at home, where you can bring your kids and they get their first haircut and a little certificate. And over here is Walt's Restaurant, which is closed right now, but it's all American dining. I'm gonna use my Tower of Terror Fast Pass, and then I'm gonna call it a wrap, because I think I'm done. I feel like I probably stayed here too long, actually. Like, I didn't need to be here this long. Today or this whole trip. Is that sad? That's kind of sad. Say bye. That was a good way to end it. That was fun. And I had a good group. It's always good when you have a good group to get on the ride with you. Bye, Walt Disney Studios.